I've had a request to write a series from a rational function where we have to move the center. So let's start off with the function 1 over 2 plus x and center it at x equals 3. So remember that we want to get our function in the form of a1 over 1 minus r because that's our sum. Let's move the center first. So I'm going to have 1 over 2 plus the quantity x minus 3. And that forces the center. However, by forcing the center, we have subtracted 3 from the denominator. So to counteract that, we've got to add 3. Adding the 2 with the 3, we get 1 over 5 plus the quantity x minus 3. And if you take a second to look up here, you've made some modifications, but you still have 1 over x plus 2. And it's really important that it's still equivalent to your original function. We've just changed the center. So the next thing that we need to get is we need to make sure that our constant down here is a 1. So I'm going to divide numerator and denominator by 5. And I'm going to get 1 plus x minus 3 over 5 in my denominator. So my a1 is 1. And be very careful with your r because it has to be minus r. So since we have a plus, our plus is really minus a negative. So our r is the quantity x minus 3 over 5 with a negative in front of it. So when I want to write my power series from 0 to infinity, I have a1, which is not 1, it's 1/5, times negative the quantity x minus 3 over 5 raised to the n. And we want to make sure that that negative gets the n also, so our series will alternate. Taking it one step further, if we need to find the interval of convergence, we're going to take the absolute value of r. And so here's where I can drop the negative because the absolute value of a negative is positive, setting it less than 1. So I have negative 5 is less than x minus 3, which is less than 5. Adding 3, I get negative 2 is less than x, which is less than 8. A quick check to, I would make sure, is 3 actually in the center of negative 2 and 8? And if you add 5 and take away 5, yes, indeed it is. So that's a reasonable answer. Also with a geometric, we don't have to check endpoints. And anytime you don't check endpoints, I would tell somebody why you're not checking them versus just looking like you didn't feel like checking them. So geometric, so endpoints don't work or don't make the series converge. So our answer is negative 2 to 8, non-inclusive. Hope this helps. See you tomorrow or Thursday. Bye.